The New York Giants have been busy this offseason letting go of guys like Saquon, Barkley, Xavier McKinney, but then trading for a Brian Burns and most recently getting Malik Nabers at number 6 in the draft. But with big question marks still looming around this entire team, can we bring them back to their glory days? Of course, leave a like if you enjoyed and make sure to turn on the noti bell as well because we will be doing a rebuild of every single team, so make sure to stay up to date so you do not miss your favorite team and yeah. Enjoy. Malik Nabers was the Giants' first round pick at number 6, of course, and he's an absolute stud. Was wide receiver 2 off the board, but is going to come in and be their wide receiver 1. Immediately adds a little bit of flair and explosiveness, something they haven't had for a while. And his ceiling is honestly sky high, right? Because of the threat and the weapon that he is, not only before, but especially after the catch with the ball in his hands. He's a demon in open field, lightning in a bottle, something you just can't really teach, right? So that should be fun for all the G-Man fans around the world. Hopefully we can see him today develop into one of the top wide receivers in the league, and hopefully he can live up to the man chosen a decade before. As let's of course immediately make him our wide receiver 1. He's our best weapon by far. Because besides him, we have Darius Slayton, who's decent. Wan'Dale Robinson's cool in the slot. Isaiah McKenzie, I think they just signed Jalen Hyatt, the deep threat, of course. Second-year man. Now, I would love, though, to pair him up with another stud receiver. But would any of that even matter if you still have Daniel Jones throwing you the ball? Who, of course, is carrying a lot of baggage with him as well with this fat, old contract. However, I believe it is expendable maybe after 2024 or 2025, so it shouldn't be the worst thing to move on from. But with him obviously being just 72 overall, normal development, already 26 years old, let's just say we're going to be looking for our new franchise guy. Of course, no more Saquon, which sucks because he would have made this rebuild a lot easier, but Devin Singletary's here who they signed, formerly of the Texans. He was pretty good last year for them, to be honest. Kelsey Plum's ex. Now, offensive line has always been a mess besides Andrew Thomas, who I think is one of the top left tackles in the league when he is healthy. John Michael Schmitz is the developmental center. I guess he can stay there for us, but Stinney and Runyon are not long-term plans for us. Illuminor as well. Evan Neal has not been good in the league at all. I might try to move him to guard and just see if we can develop him a little bit, you know? But 2 years in so far, he's definitely leaning more towards bust than boom. But hey, hopefully this move to guard gets everything back on track for not only just his sake, but ours. However, what I will give the G-Man is this quarterback room might have the most aura in the league. But okay, defensively is where the moves have been made. Who they chose at round 2, pick number 47. I think the first safety off the board, if I'm not mistaken, if we're not counting Cooper DeJean, of course. This is pretty much, though, going to be a like-for-like replacement with the outgoing Xavier McKinney. He's on Green Bay now. I think they're going to play a similar role. And Nubin, he's not really going to wow you especially, but I think he honestly can become a quality starter in this league for the G-Man. Now, in round 3, though, they chose Andru Phillips, the cornerback out of Kentucky. And this is a guy that can wow you because his ceiling is high, freak athleticism, tested extremely well, and just very explosive, I guess you could say, super quick on his feet, and I think he will primarily play in the slot for them and will thrive. I think I got a lot of stock in Andru Phillips, but you can move him onto the boundary too, and I wouldn't really hate it if they need that. As he'll pair alongside, of course, last year's first round pick in Deontay Banks, who I think, as a rookie corner especially, was not too bad. However, bar those draft picks and whatnot, the biggest move of the offseason was, of course, acquiring Brian Burns. And honestly, I loved this move for the Giants because they didn't really have to give up too much. I think just this year's second round pick, maybe some more add-ons as well, but what they did give him a lot of was money. They gave him big money, a 5-year, $141 million deal, and honestly, I think it's fine. I think they're paying him like one of the best pass rushers. I wouldn't say he's on that elite tier, but I think he's pretty close. But what's fun is you have him alongside Kayvon Thibodeau, of course, Go Ducks, who's been all right so far, but you're hoping he can take another jump up now with Brian Burns here, and of course, Sexy Dexy at defensive tackle, one of, I'm going to say he is the best defensive tackle in the league. Because, with no Aaron Donald now in the league, I think it's very close between Dexter Lawrence and Chris Jones, but I love my guy, Sexy Dexy.
Sexy Dexy. Come on, people. Sexy.
Dexter,
Dexy.
that's a little too sexy. And I love it.
To recap the team, though, I think the offseason moves they made, the draft they just had, is definitely a step in the right direction. I love Daboll as a coach as well. We've seen him work his magic before with maybe even a worse squad. However, definitely still some holes to fill, and you know which one those are as well, so we got to address those, and maybe a few years down the line, we can probably start competing again, hopefully bringing Lombardi back home here. Now, for our season goal, it's a little all over the place. I would love for us to make the playoffs. However, I think it's going to be tough with this division getting better because the Cowboys still have their same squad, but the Commanders now with Jaden Daniels, the Eagles just got Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell. Like, what in the world? So I don't think we're going to make the playoffs with Daniel Jones as of now. I'm just going to leave it on 7. What I will be looking forward to, of course, is the draft. Are there any great QB prospects in this class? Looks like 4 guys that are projected top in the round 1, of course, but 2 top 5 guys. As QB is indeed a strength of this class, so I will leave our 3-star scout on it. Oh, we are currently 5-2, second in the div. What are the odds we do this with Daniel Jones? We started off hot. 5-game winning streak beating the Cowboys, Cardinals, Niners, Seahawks, Dolphins as well, but we lose our last 2, but still a way better start than I could ever ask for. Is Danny Dimes just slicing and dicing now with the addition of Malik Nabers? He's not having a bad start. 1,600 yards, 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Love the 70% completion rate as well. Malik Nabers is currently our wide receiver 3 in terms of stats, because Wandell and Slayton are kind of cooking. Well, okay then. Wasn't really expecting that. I guess we're still going to put our 3-star on quarterback, but it's definitely a question now, I guess. In terms of player contracts, we have nobody really here. Do we have the money anyway? Nope. And I didn't really plan on doing this with Danny Dimes, but hell, if he turns the tables around and develops into a quality starter, I wouldn't mind. I would love the storyline. Now we're on a 3-game losing streak, though. Week 9 away. Okay, well, Cowboys up next. Their only loss is to us. Now we are just, wow. You had me in the first half, Daniel Jones. You really did. Assistant GM says, look at middle linebacker Brady Rogan. Okay. I will indeed trust your judgment. I think we got Isaiah Simmons there right now. Bobby Okereke was actually really good for them last year, so I didn't even shout him out, really. Brady Rogan, though, on the other hand, 5'11", 226, a little smaller on the smaller side. Looks like a good athlete, though, all around. And his overall attributes look pretty good as well. A awareness, hit power, B play rec, man tackling there. Where's his zone? B to D, we don't know. But for a round 2 to 3 projection, I don't hate it. So we'll put the first focus scouting on him. Now, quarterbacks, though, I did see a few. Oh, God, it is ugly. Everybody. There's no, like, standout guy, is there? The best one is Andru Northcutt here out of Stanford. Teammates with, of course, Brady Rogan, 22 years old, 6'4", strong arm there. Not the craziest of athlete, has a hell of an arm though. But like, we do know he's around 1 to 2 talent, so it's not going to be anything special, you know? As that leaves us now in a pretty interesting spot. I wouldn't really mind keeping Daniel Jones for another season, even though I think we have to anyway, because that's how his contract overall is set up. Now, what I really want though is a running back, because as good as Devin Singletary is, he's never really going to develop into, you know, a 90 plus overall for us here today, which you kind of need in Madden rebuilds. It is a big part. Isaiah Bonds here out of UCLA. Looks like a great athlete. Also, isn't that the same name as the new transfer, the wide receiver to Bama now? And overall, I think his attributes look better than the first guy we checked out. I'll keep him in mind. As we'll throw number 2 on him. Like I alluded to earlier, though, wouldn't mind a stud receiver alongside Malik Nabers. Elton Cowan here out of Georgia, a physical archetype. I think that is the perfect complement to Malik Nabers. And after starting this year off 5-2 and looking kind of good, we end off the year 7-10. Missed the playoffs, just a complete downward spiral. I was this close to calling Danny Dimes the GOAT, but the real Danny Dimes showed up. 3,400 yards, 21 touchdowns, but 18 freaking interceptions. And even after considering the thought of keeping Daniel Jones in this video, after seeing that, I got 2 words for you. Whoa, why was Devin Singletary kind of a beast? He had a million carries though, so only 3.8 carry. Wasn't the most efficient, but almost had 1,400 yards, which is very good. 9 touchdowns as well, not bad. He would most definitely look great in fantasy football, but don't let that rot your mind with the real football. Darius Slayton was our leading receiver, 972, 6 touchdowns for him. Malik Nabers a little, like, disappointing from my expectations, 835 yards, only 1 touchdown. Next year, I'll try to get him more involved. I don't know how, though, because he was our number 1. Don't really know how the Giants playbook works too much, but he's up to an 81 now. But I think it's pretty safe to say he's not going to get anywhere near close to offensive rookie of the year. Okereke, 113 tackles, 109 for Isaiah Simmons, 16 TFLs for the monster Sexy Dexy, 14 for Brian Burns, 14 for Jordan Phillips, 10 for Kayvon Thibodeau. The sack numbers were terrible. Wow, after Brian Burns, 2.5? You're telling me we're roughly paying you around 12.5 mil for every sack? That is actually wild. Looking like the fleece of the century now. Brian Burns was cooking with his agent. Okereke 2 picks. Deontay Banks with 2. I'll change the defense around too, because that is just inexcusable, honestly. What? And oh yeah, you guys like my coach name?
I actually did talk to Daniel Jones. He was just...
You already know. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Puka Nacua. Of course, it's going to be mixed in with the previous rookie class. There's nothing we can do about that. Caleb Williams, number 2, though. Jaden Daniels, inner division, number 4 there. Interesting. Jalen Carter wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Byron Young, Quan Martin. Dallas Turner gets in here, though, which is cool to see. Same with Braden Fisk. Terry and Arnold, Kool-Aid McKinstry as well, cracking into the top 10. I think our main goal of this video is going to be to beat Saquon and the Eagles in the playoffs. I don't even care about the Super Bowl. Give me that instead. You know, I'm driven by hatred at the end of the day. Offense. No Devies. I think it was Devin Singletary. What am I saying? Devin Singletary honestly could have went up. He put up monster numbers with almost 1,400 yards. Nothing over there, though. Okereke, deservedly so, goes up to superstar, which is cool to see. Brian Burns. Next year is a legacy-defining season for you, buddy, because you're hanging around Kenny Golladay levels right now. Hey, we can look on the bright side of things, though. The Cowboys got smoked in the Super Bowl. 38-14 by KC. Brittany's husband wins MVP again. As everybody here can go. Mamma mia. Edit that out. Should we just, like, eat this right now? Good God, man, that is a ridiculous penalty. As we're here in the offseason, we only have about 18 mil to spend. Is there anybody even here that we want, though? You know what I mean? Maybe a reunion on the horizon? As well as Greg Gaines, yes. Some league-altering decisions being made by us, of course. Did we not get Odell? He went to the Jets. That kind of freaking hurt, like, personally. Also, Amari Cooper went to Detroit. Why do they have a super team now? Okay, interestingly enough, Andru Northcutt has actually moved up to a round 1 talent. And I don't really know. I'm still just not really blown away, you know. D short accuracy, C play action, C throw and run as well. But I don't know. If he falls to us, I guess we could explore it. The running back Isaiah Bonds, we have up to 80% now. I think he's a power back. Ran a 4.56. His ratings look good. I guess the least we can do is find out his true talent. Same goes for Elton Cowan, as Brady Rogan honestly doesn't really look the part. Andrew Tribble, though, the big left end run stopper out of Oklahoma State, kind of does. And interestingly enough, they have us mocked to go Andrew Northcutt at number 10. Guess we can go check out the other players, though. The running back, ooh, round 1, I like that. The receiver, Cowan, don't like that. As the Texans have the number 1 overall pick, I think that's courtesy of the Browns, of course, so they can add on to their super team. They might as well just choose sketch. As we are now here at pick number 10, Andrew Northcutt is sitting here. Let me just check around, though. I'm going to scout out this entire class, see if there's anybody that looks maybe potentially better. This tight end looks ridiculous, but no way I can go him at 10. And there is a really good looking cornerback prospect here, David Culliver. Ratings awesome, great elite, great solid, great and solid there. He is 6'3", just 21 years old out of Louisville. Oh my God, bro. What are the odds I just go this tight end? He honestly just looks like a demon. Darren Waller ain't getting any younger either. However, I think I'm going to go Andrew Northcutt. We know he's the round 1 talent. He should be around 73 to 75, I would say. We can just bank on the development trait as well and pray that he is at least a superstar. That would be nice. He's nothing crazy in terms of an athlete, but we do know he has the arm. We do know he has the brain. We do know he can be the franchise guy of the New York Giants. Round 2 now, and I'm not even going to hesitate. Let's go ahead and give him his partner out of the backfield, Isaiah Bonds here out of UCLA. We do know he's also a round 1 talent, so should be a similar overall. Is always going to be a power back. After Devin Singletary just came off a pretty good year, Isaiah Bonds is a good compliment alongside him. Another hidden dev. You love to see it. Our offense is getting better and better. Is it difficult to get better than Daniel Jones? Not really, but you know what I mean. I'm in round 3 now. Harvey Hubbard is a 6'7" deep threat wide receiver out of Auburn. What kind of archetype is that? 21 years old as well. He's not the fastest. Obviously, though, he's 6'7". Not everybody's freaking LeBron James. However, I feel like I kind of have to go him. That is one of the most wild archetypes I have ever seen. We do need receiver help, so like I'm honestly a little tempted, but look at a guy like Gilbert Petway, who we could move potentially to guard. He looks damn good. Kind of, not really. I think we gotta do it. It's a 6'7" deep threat at a position that we could upgrade in as well. Hopefully, though, with that archetype, he is at least hidden dev. And he's not. That is kind of pain. Hey, worst comes to worst, though, we can move that brother out to tight end. We can move him to power forward. All hope is certainly not lost. In round 4 now, though, I'm going to go with this defensive tackle, Frank Gooden out of Bama, 299, a speed rusher. Looks like, honestly, just a BPA, especially this later on in the draft. Frank Gooden. Also only normal, though. Bit of an odd draft, not gonna lie, but we did revamp the offense a little bit now with Andrew Northcutt, 74 overall, 75 Isaiah Bonds, and we got him a new weapon too in a 71 Harvey Hubbard. Andrew Northcutt, though, how we looking? 95 throw power is awesome. Deep accuracy is great already at an 83. 75 medium, 72 short. Definitely gotta work on that. Awareness low, play action low, but honestly, doesn't look half bad. It looks better than Danny Dimes. How was this overall class, though? Culliver, the corner that I debated going at our number 1 pick, ends up only being normal. And look at this, Jerron Bigby, a round 4 wide receiver. Where was he when I was looking? He's only normal, but 76 overall still. Did they like nerf some of these draft classes? I swear, my drafts have been not good at all lately. Actually, hold up. Where did that freaking tight end go? He went number 16 to Seattle. You see what I mean? God, imagine I went him. Jesus. And now, because our quarterback is 74 overall, if I'm not mistaken, if we can get another skill point and get him up to 75, we will be able to see if he has an ability slot when we upgrade him. I think, don't quote me on that, it's either 75 or 80, though, I know that for sure. Or it would be nice if he could just, you know, go up to X-Fact. But okay, we can find out here. I low-key want to upgrade something else, though, because the CPU is just going to do strong arm, which is already his highest one by far. I'm going to try field general and just pray he goes up to 75. And he does. Moment of truth. Can we see an ability slot or two? Nothing there. Well, that's not good, but tell you what, year 2 now, this season is going to be for development and growth and building up our young players. Hubbard, I'm making her wide receiver 2. Bonds, despite being 8 ratings lower than Devin Singletary, is going to be RB1 as well, and of course, Northcutt is the new QB1. However, defensively, it pretty much remains the exact same. Dude, I'm such an idiot. I just left myself 1 staff point short of being able to reveal somebody. As okay, I am now at week 1. I'm going to go ahead and reveal Isaiah Bonds, our RB1 currently. And here it is. Moment of truth. If he's a star, honestly, I might as well just start Devin Singletary, right? But hopefully he is more than that. As of the mid-season mark, we are going to be 3-4. Dallas is 7-0. The Commanders, Jay Daniels is breaking out now in year number 2. We're bottom of the East. We do have a breakout D lineman, which I guess is cool, but it's Ryder Anderson. So, like, let's just be honest with ourselves.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care. Jerry.
What I do care about, however, is our development trait on our Andru Northcutt, the franchise QB. Was he a star? Yes. That's fine though, because look at the number 1 and 4 player in this draft. We have Brandon Briscoe out of USC and Devon Nixon out of the U. He looks unbelievable. 6'5", 231, 22 years of age. His ratings look incredible with potentially elite jumping and strength. This dude is hands down going to be a true top 5 talent in this class and an exact replica of Kenny Golladay. Ooh, however, Brandon Briscoe was a playmaker archetype with some pretty good ratings as well. Hold up, Emmanuel Blake looks like a monster off the edge. This class looks insane. Does this top 5 quarterback look anything special? Charlie Wallace out of USF. Similar to our guy, probably. Except the dude this year is probably going to be an X Factor, because of course he would. As for player negotiations, we have about 32 mil in the bank, but once again, nobody I'm probably going to bring back here. As it looks like Malik Nabers went off last game, so Harvey Hubbard has a breakout tandem thing. Look at how freaking big he is. That is not a receiver. But to the surprise of nobody, Dallas beats us. Ryder Anderson says that was a humbling experience. Yeah, no shit. And these messages were all just a waste of time. Week 9, we beat the Steelers 13-10, and in week 10, we have the 0-8 Falcons. Penix, Kirko, not getting along, it looks like, whoever it may be. But for Brandon Briscoe and Devon Nixon, I do want to know their true talent. Some awesome looking corners in this class as well. Shaq Meredith, Barb Hargrove here out of Ohio. Let's do Bob. As we literally lost out for the rest of the year. While everybody else in the division had 11 plus wins. This is going to be hard. As Andru Northcutt was nothing special in his year 1, 3,500 yards, 23 touchdowns, 17 picks. However, we can all agree it is an upgrade on Danny Dimes. Isaiah Bonds really wasn't great either. Didn't even break 1,000. What a scrub. 3.2 a carry, though, is terrible. 7 tuds is cool. Maybe I made a mistake not just riding with Devin Singletary. And for receivers, once again, nothing special. We have 3 players over 800, but nobody over 900. You know what I'm saying? 6 tuds for Wandell. 8 for Malik Nabers, at least, which is cool. 3 for Hubbard. I don't know how, because just throw it up to that man. Okereke with 132 tackles, 114 for Isaiah Simmons. Monster year for tackle for losses for Dexter Lawrence with 22. 19 for Brian Burns. 14 for Thibodeau. Sack numbers are still terrible. 6.5 is better than last year, but still not worth the money that we're giving Brian Burns. Next year, we will change the schemes around to better suit our squad. Because as of this very moment, if you couldn't tell, I haven't changed a thing. The dude from Home Alone. Ooh. Isaiah Bonds wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. I was not expecting that. Andru Northcutt was also number 3, and Harvey Hubbard was number 4. Whoa. Okay, that kind of makes me a little happier. Ooh, wait, what? Best linebacker was Brian Burns as well? Did we maybe slide down a little check to get some awards? Maybe. But now because of that, Isaiah Bonds goes up to Superstar, which is incredible for our development. I don't know how he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know. Brian Burns now goes up to Superstar X Factor. We just got the most Mickey Mouse devies of all time. Goodness though, man. Looking at just the squad overall though, it is doo-doo. It really is. We need a big revamp in the summer. Isaiah Bonds going up to Superstar Dev though is definitely a step in the right direction. Another year, another NFC East team that loses the Super Bowl. 2021, the Chiefs win another one. Super Bowl MVP is poor man's Dexter Lawrence. As we do have a 5th-year option for Kayvon Thibodeau that I will accept. Evan Neal, on the other hand though, we will decline. As the penalty for releasing Daniel Jones is still unbelievably high. It's 70 mil. I should have just bit that bullet right away probably, but I think I would do it come draft time. Because for now, I got some people I want to sign. Hollywood Vaughn as your Charvarius Ward would be an awesome addition to our cornerback room. Dre Greenlaw's a superstar. DeMarcus Lawrence would help out a lot. Wyatt Teller would beefing up the O-line as well as Joel Batonio. There's some good names here. As I'm going to offer Charvarius Ward a deal he cannot decline. Comfortably number 1. As we'll also look to add Ifeatu Melifonwu and Maurice Hurst at DT. All 3 guys are gone at the first review. 2, and all 3 guys are a part of the Giant squad. And don't forget, we just ended up going 4 and 13, which means we're gonna have pick number 3. Got some more private workouts, of course. Can we see the other guys? Top 5 and top 5. We did the corner, Barb Hargrove too. He looks awesome as well. Greg Sparks and Troy Fenton, 2 really good looking right guards. I'm gonna throw one on Troy. And then Cecil Lamb here out of Ohio State looks like a gem at safety later down the line. Whoa, I'm looking at the mock now, and for whatever reason, Devon Nixon is projected to fall all the way to 27 to the Cowboys. What? And even Brandon Briscoe's projected to fall out of the top 5 all the way at 10 here. Let's tell you what, the wise move might be to trade down to maybe 18 to 22-ish, maybe grab a player, grab some more draft capital, and then even draft Devon Nixon later on. Because we truly have to maximize every single asset we have at this very moment. Okay, massive trade here. Moving back from 3 to, I believe, 15 with the Texans there, but we also get their 2nd round pick this year, as well as a new starting safety in Jalen Petrie. And at this point, I might as well just maybe ride Daniel Jones' contract out. I don't know, I left it too late. That was a big mistake. Luckily though, our team is very young, so it hasn't really impacted us too much, as Devon Nixon is still available at pick number 15. We're gonna go ahead and take him. He's a physical archetype, but you can see the ratings, you know he's a top 5 talent. There's only 5 of them in the class. 6'5", 231 out of Miami. Devon Nixon, welcome to the squad alongside Malik Nabers. It's about to be fun. And bar you, he's that height with 91 acceleration, 89 speed, 85 agility. Absolutely ridiculous prospect. As we now have picks number 3 and 15 in round 2. Is this Jonathan Allen the same Jonathan Allen, please? If it was, I'd take him in a heartbeat. You know, ooh, Barb Hargrove, round 1 talent. I think we choose him right now. I know we have 3 good DBs, right? But it never hurts to have depth at the CB position. Bob Hargrove is a round 1 talent. Good value, especially in round 2. And he's also hitting dev. This draft is going to be franchise changing. And with our original pick, I'm going to go with tight end Amari Kincaid here, brother of Dalton Kincaid, if you couldn't tell by how he looks, although the last name isn't even spelled the same. He looks like a really good tight end prospect. Darren Waller is just flying downwards now. He's also been hinting at retirement a lot in real life. It's going to happen soon. So let's go ahead and draft his replacement right now. A whole lot of pain is all that was, as we have our boy Troy Fenton now in round 3, pick 3, our own pick, of course. This dude looks like kind of a beast. His ratings don't look the best, however, his attributes as a whole, ooh, D, run block power, F, run block finesse, huh? Because originally all I saw was those key ratings and my eyes were beaming. Whatever though, it's round 3, we do need offensive linemen, so let's go ahead and take the gamble with Troy Fenton. He ends up being hidden, so you know what, I ain't mad. As this draft is going to move mountains, because Devon Nixon is a 79, 77 for Hargrave. Kincaid was an absolute reach on my part. Fenton ends up being a 74. It's not bad at all. My God, why did I go with that freaking tight end? I don't know. Brandon Briscoe's the number 1 in the class. We could have went him as well. The only 80 overall in this class goes at number 10 to Pittsburgh, and is only a star. Give me Devon all day long. As Devon Nixon was the 2nd highest overall, Emmanuel Blake, the guy that went number 1 overall. Look at Shaq. Remember we had Shaq Meredith? It was either him or Bob, of course, and Shaq is only normal. So personally, I would say we made the correct decision. And heading into year 3 now, the first thing on my mind is that Devon Nixon is a 79, which means once we get this upgrade, we will see the ability slot pop up. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers. Also, I just realized we have him who's 6'5", we have Hubbard who's 6'7". What are we doing over here? We're literally building a receiver room of the Avengers. Or, you know, it would be nice if you could just let me see his development trait right here too, right? Okay, though, Devon Nixon does have an upgrade to go up to 80 overall. Let's go ahead and put it on physical, as he does go up a rating, and ability slot. All right, so no need to reveal him then. We know he's a superstar at the least. I'm gonna reveal Bob. Our freaking dude, Bob himself. Let's go see what he is. Generate best lineup. Defense, I'm looking straight at corner. He's over here. He's only star. Okay, and now here into year 3, our squad's actually looking quite good now, right? Up to an 85 overall. The offense still getting there, but the defense, borderline elite, I'd say. We added in an elite prospect at wideout, Devon Nixon, who we know is at least superstar, praying for a superstar X factor, of course, as Northcutt is looking to make that sophomore leap. Fenton, we have moved to left guard now. Evan Neal's back out to right tackle. And the defense has been shifted around as well. We're now in a 4-3 with Kayvon and Brian Burns on the defensive line, with Mo Hurst and Dexter Lawrence at D tackle. The biggest addition we made in the offseason was bringing in a 91 Travarius Ward, as well as for trading for Jalen Petrie come the draft time. And this defense now, like I said, is looking quite good. This is the season we make a jump, and for that reason, I think we punch our first tickets into the postseason. Let's even sim week 1, where we have the Denver Broncos, of course, with the new quarterback 1 in Bo Nix from Oregon. Let's see if we can start off right. Okay, well, I mean, on the bright side of things, Dexter Lawrence is still good. And at the midway point, your boys are currently sitting with a 500 record. But what I am most looking forward to is Devon Nixon's dev trait. It's gonna be a superstar, and you know what? I can't complain. Of course, we were hoping for a superstar X Factor, but at the end of the day, we got our hands on an elite wide receiver prospect. For contracts, I would like to bring back Jalen Patriot. Obviously, we just traded for him. Singletary, Evan Neal, and Isaiah Simmons. Honestly, I'll probably just let walk. Although his interest is very low, simply because of the fact that he's not close to home in Texas, although he has green interest in the market. The scheme fits. So you're telling me any other team outside of Texas he wouldn't want to join? Like, how does that make any sense, bro? Oh my god. As we lose week 8 to Caleb Williams and the Bears, another L in week 9, this division is just a dogfight as we find ourselves once again bottom of the East, and we just lost to the 1-7 Cardinals. Okay. New season, new regime, same old story, man. Donnie Griffin, the tight end prospect out of Penn State, looks out of this world. His physical ratings are all pretty much amazing as well. Yeah, we need a player like this, more than ever. Darren Brackett, the right guard out of Michigan. And then I'm gonna do Levi Pete, a right end here out of Virginia Tech, run stopper. Oh, I don't know why I clicked that so fast. We just re-signed Jalen Petrie. And you know what? I know this is probably a mistake leaving it to this late, but I'm just going to go ahead and bite the bullet with Danny Dimes right now. As we free up about 19 mil, but incur a penalty of just about $70 million. But it's another season where it feels like our team really isn't going to go anywhere, so let's just do it right now, and it should benefit us in the long term. Short term, though, it's going to hurt. But here we are at the postseason time. We finished 6-11, bottom of the division again. Everybody else over 10 wins. Although offensively, it looks like we were much better than years prior. 12th in the league is not bad, and defense was also top 10. As Andru Northcutt has most definitely improved since his rookie season, up to 4,200 yards, 32 touchdowns, which is good. The pick's still a little much, but this is a much better year. Isaiah Bond's still not great as he's still under 85 overall. 10 touchdowns is nice though, almost 1,000 yards. Ooh, and we had 3 1,000-yard receivers this time around. Malik Nabers was awesome, just 20 yards shy of 1,200, but 9 touchdowns for him, 12 touchdowns for Wan'Dale Robinson, 1,063 yards, and 1K on that dot for the rookie Devon Nixon. Only 4 tuds for him, 5 for Waller there. As Bobby once again leads the way for tackles made, the usual 20. Oh my god, what are these tackle for loss numbers? Somehow it was Dexter Lawrence with the 4th most with 19, which is still great. Brian Burns 23, 24 for Maurice Hurst, but 27 for Kayvon Thibodeau is actually ridiculous. 10.5 sacks for Sexy Dexy, 8.5 for Brian Burns. I would love to see more sacks for Kayvon Thibodeau, but I mean 27 TFLs is pretty nice to see, to be honest with you. Charvarius Ward and Isaiah Simmons with 3 picks each. And look, it's a step in the right direction, and right now that's all I could really ask for. Hopefully in the next few seasons we can start to really cook a little bit more. Shout out to Lamar for MVP. Gardner Minshew's up here in the top 5. As Devon Nixon is indeed your offensive rookie of the year, which means he's definitely got a shot to go up to Superstar X Factor here. We can go check it out. He remains at Superstar, however, I'd rather have this all day. Andru Northcutt, ladies and gentlemen, just 23 years old into year 2, is now up to a superstar development. And once I draft that cracked out tight end, Isaiah Bonds, hopefully can get over an 85 overall next season, the offense should start to find its stride a little bit. Don't think we got any Devies over here on defense. How did Kayvon Thibodeau, 27 tackle for losses, and to not go up a Devy is kind of pain. The Cowboys lose another one, 21-20. I believe that's the same scoreline as 2024 when the Eagles lost. The Bills win their first ever Super Bowl though. Shout out to Josh Allen for Super Bowl MVP. As it seems like we're going to have a little bit of money this offseason. This is life without Daniel Jones. As we got ourselves a Deontay Banks 5th-year option that I will go ahead and accept. But everybody else here, I probably will let go, see if we can upgrade in the offseason. As we got ourselves about 50 mil, Ronnie Stanley, Joe Tooney would be awesome. Deron Bland, although we don't really need corner. We're actually pretty deep at that position. Joel Bitonio, I feel like we got to get at least something on the O-line to help out. And Joe Tooney is probably going to be my first choice, my cup of tea on a 1-year deal. That would help out a ton. As we also got Milton Williams. Evan Neal, I'd be fine with bringing back. He doesn't want the most money and has green interest. And then Chris Barnes to round off our linebacker room, because I think we lost Isaiah Simmons as well. Everybody's gone here besides Evan Neal, who looks like he should be joining us if he stops being stingy. Evan. However, in my signing so far, we did go 100%. And out of all of them, it's Evan Neal that's given us the most trouble. We got him back though, don't you worry. As it looks like Donnie Griffin is going to be a round 1 talent. Ended off with great, elite, good, elite speed as well as agility. Man, he looks like a beast. Ran a 4.51 despite being 6'4", 246. And his ratings look the part too, as well as A run block finesse, A run blocking, B pass block. He can block too? No doubt I'm eyeing him up in round 1. I'm gonna try bracket once more, Levi Pete as well, and then my last one's going on Travis Joyner, an outside linebacker out of Michigan. As we will be picking at number 9, the right guard is round 1 to 2, the right end is 2 to 3. But Travis Joyner is round 1 to 2, there we go. As Najee Harris's doppelganger is now a linebacker. Okay, we're here now at pick number 9, and Donnie Griffin is all the way down here at 41 on the big board. And after scouting the class a little bit, didn't really see anything I liked at number 9, so I'm gonna trade down with the Colts here all the way to 28, but we get ourselves a future first, a later round pick this year at 92 as well, so I think the value with this one is great. Oh, as there goes the first tight end off the board. It seems like they're about to fly. Right in time for us to hop in and take ourselves our new tight end 1 of the future out of Penn State, 21 years old. You guys have seen all of this guy's glory already, round 1 talent and hidden development. He is going to move up this offense to another level. Round 2, I'm gonna go with this awesome looking defensive tackle here out of Oregon as well. Let's go Ducks. AJ Justice, 6'3", run stopper, 309 pounds. Ratings look awesome as well with elite acceleration, good speed, good strength at that size. Pretty deadly. We need a partner alongside Sexy Dexter, of course. AJ Justice is only normal though. As we're into round 3 now, our linebacker Travis Joyner, the prospect we fully scouted, is still available here in round 3 out of Michigan. Let's go ahead, not waste any more time. Another back-to-back normal. Man, don't tell me the tight end is going to be the only hidden guy I get. As a round 4, I'm going to add a little bit of depth to our pass rushing room with Christian Coleman here out of Tennessee. Ooh, he actually is hidden dev. As for the draft, Griffin ended up being a 75, 73 for Justice, 74 for Joyner, not too bad. Coleman hidden dev, but only a 66. Draft class though as a whole, as you can see at the top here, it really wasn't anything special. I was debating just sticking and picking at our pick and then trading up maybe for the tight end, but there was really nothing I loved. Trey Bone, a running back that went to the Broncos. He was the number 2 rated player in the class. He's only normal as well. This class really just wasn't blooming. And even the right guard we were looking at later on, normal. Year 4 now, and this squad is ready to make a postseason run. I'm sure of it. 87 overall. We drafted Donnie Griffin now. Let's immediately make him our starter. I can't because he's a fullback. There we go. As we low-key need a backup running back, I'd say I might go out and trade for somebody. Unless there is maybe anybody chilling here in free agency. Kamara. Jerome Ford, not bad. Let's do Jerome Ford. He's only 26 years old. He's still gonna develop. As defensively, this side was pretty solid for us last year, so hopefully we can just keep taking strides in the right direction. We are 1-5. I don't really know what to do. This team is just struggling. Donnie Griffin is only a star. I don't really know. I've changed the schemes and everything around too, and we're still just trash. Kayvon we could keep. He's actually developing quite well too. But Bobby, Charvarius Ward, 30 years old, now going to keep going down. John Michael Schmitz has not really developed at all. So I don't really even know what to say right now. This video might go on for a little longer than usual because we just are not where we are supposed to be or we're expected to be in this video. I might get the number 1 pick. We might. Oh my god, I don't even know what to say. This team is doo-doo, is all I can really say about it. Austin Allison here, a nice looking speed rusher. There's some good edges at the top of the class. But at the same time, hell, if we're picking number 1, we might as well flirt with some quarterbacks. Ooh. Like, I don't really know. We've built a good squad around him. He's just kind of mid. Hugh Chowders is a deep threat here out of A&M with some electrifying speed, so maybe that's something we need. Nick Cortez, a center prospect out of OK State. And then I'm going to throw one on George Gilliard just to know his talent. 1-8 is just a different type of bad, though. You know what I'm saying? We actually had a decent second half, finishing 5-12, but definitely, I mean, how? Just give me a few more years. Give me a few more years. I promise we will be there. Northcutt, not bad. Honestly, this may be his best statistical output he's had so far. 4,111 yards, 24 touchdowns, only 7 picks. And would you look at Bonds? Over 4 carry, 900 yards for him, 18 touchdowns. It's coming along. It's coming along. All signs are heading in the right direction. Harvey Hubbard was really good. 1,000 yards for him as our new wide receiver 3 after we lost Wandell. Malik Nabers, another spectacular year, 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns for him. Devon Nixon, a little quiet though. Donnie Griffin didn't do too much either. Chris Barnes, Charvarius Ward, Bobby Okereke, all over 100 tackles there, as it's 23 TFLs this time around for Brian Burns, 17 for Dexter Lawrence, 16 for Kayvon and Milton Williams. Sack numbers still just a tad disappointing though, 2 at 8.5 there, but I need Brian Burns getting paid like we need him to get 15. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, Ward, 7 interceptions. That's what I'm talking about. 2 for Okereke, but after that, it was just Chris Barnes and nobody else. Dude, we are 4 years in and I have not made the playoffs. Am I washed? I might just be. I might just be Lamar, gets himself another, and Charvarius Ward actually comes down with the best DB award. We'll take it, as that is just about the only bright spot we had this season. Malik Nabers now up to a superstar X Factor. That's pretty cool. Harvey Hubbard doesn't go up after a 1,000-yard season from him. Defensively, Charvarius Ward goes up to superstar dev as well, but that is the only one. So I'm on vert zone run, base 4-3 with Cincy offense and Dallas defense, but this combo has not been working at all. We might just have to go with the old reliables, as that is 4 years in a row an NFC East team has lost in the Super Bowl. It's a rematch with the Chiefs and the Eagles. The Chiefs come away once again, as Joe Tooney has unfortunately retired on us, but at least Zach Martin's gone now too. 5th-year option for Andrew Northcutt, and this may be his last opportunity. Charvarius Ward, I'm gonna bring back on a pretty hefty 1-year deal. He was spectacular for us. I feel like we gotta try to keep Bobby Okereke around as well. He's an 87 overall, has been a monster on the tackles for us every single season, and the heartbeat of our defense, we could say. Not that our defense has been anything good, but I'd rather have Okereke than not. You feel me? Ronnie Stanley, Christian Gonzalez is here. That's interesting. Ryan Ramczyk would be pretty nice. Taylor Decker as well. We do need replacements for the outgoing Joe Tooney. Ooh, Kobe Turner, Deion Dawkins, as I think Connor Williams is actually going to be my first choice here. Kobe Turner has a ton of interest. I know we have some depth at defensive tackle, but I would love me some Kobe Turner, although there's no offers. So maybe I'll lower it just a tiny bit. And after the first review, everybody is gone. We go 3-4-3, also added in Tyjae Spears to be our new backup, and those are some awesome quality starters. Whoa, and look at this. George Gilliard is going to be a top 5 talent. Do we really need him? Is it our most dying need? Not really. But a top 5 talent at edge is pretty scarce. I did also just re-sign Kayvon Thibodeau though, so I don't really know. Nick Cortez, I'm more intrigued. Also gonna look at Chris Wright, an awesome looking hybrid safety here out of Oklahoma. And then we could try Sergio Green, a run-stopping linebacker out of UConn, as we do actually have pick number 2, and we are mocked currently George Gilliard, which would be perfect. But remember, we have the Colts pick as well. Whoa. Okay, then, as they end up only going 7-10. Wait, how is that pick number? Oh, what? Wait, what? I was on mock draft 5, right? Oh, wait, no, that's the Patriots. Wait, am I draw? Oh, Nick Cortez only 2-3. Okay. Chris Wright, on the other hand, though, round 1 talent. Honestly, kind of annoying that we were 1-8 and we kind of won a few games at the end. Yeah, I'm not giving you Dexter Lawrence. They want pretty much both my picks are some crazy players. Probably best if we just stick in pick, because edge is not our dire need. But tell you what, let's shop these picks around. I'm sick of the drafts. Let's try to add in some quality blue chip guys who have been in the league for some time, like a DJ Moore, like a Greg Rousseau. Who? Antoine Winfield's a 95. We also get some picks. Drake Greenlaw. This is what I'm talking about. Jonathan Taylor, Terry McLaurin, Trayvon Diggs. Oh, imagine we had Saquon. Holy. Bijan, Jahmyr Gibbs, Derek Brown. Okay, yeah, these are a little ridiculous, and I am all for it. Okay, I'm doing number 6 this year, but next year's first this time around. The offers are still great. Breece Hall. Ooh. The offers are still great. They're not as good, obviously, though. We have Jahmyr Gibbs in a 3rd right here as well. I think Breece Hall is the one I like the most, though. Guess we gotta add in some filler. Just give me these 2 scrubs and let's call it a day. New York to New York. Breece Hall is now a New York Giant. And look, I know we still have Isaiah Bond, but as you guys know, in Madden Rebuilds, running backs are like everything. So having Breece Hall and Isaiah Bonds now, we just signed Tyjae Spears, by the way. Crap, that was kind of dumb then. But having Breece Hall, I'm telling you, is going to make this a whole lot easier. As the Jets traded all that just to grab themselves Ty Trout. You can have him. As at pick 12, I'm going to go ahead and grab our guy, Chris Wright, out of Oklahoma, just 21 years old. We know he's a round 1 true talent, and he ends up being hidden dev, and our DB room now is stacked. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna go with another safety here. Deshaun Jackson. Not that Deshaun Jackson, but you know what I mean. We may move one, the linebacker could move one, just around, they can play it anywhere. This just looks like the best player available. I've been looking around at a lot of people. The linebackers are trash in this class. There's no other corners. Deshaun Jackson is just BPA at this time around, and he is gonna be hidden dev, so there is some upside to him. And we, of course, had that center scouted that is now gone, but I passed up on him because of our guy Rod Dickinson out of Oregon. Sko Ducks just looked much better and was going way later on. Look at the ratings here. For a round 3 to 4 talent or round 3 to 4 projection, he looks incredible. We'll probably slide into left guard right away. We'll move Connor Williams to center, and our own line is going to be looking spicy. Draft recap, and besides the amazing talent we got, don't forget we traded for Breece Hall as well. 75 for Wright, 74 for Jackson, 73 for Dickinson. We hit on all 3. As the, oh my god, they're both an 82. Gilliard was the only guy I was interested in, though. We did have him fully scouted. Goes to the Patriots at 2. They were asking for just a little too much. We turned that into Breece Hall anyway. He would have been he would have been a game changer though. As 282 overall defensive ends is most definitely something you did not see every day. This is the guy that went number 1 to the Chargers. While both of them also X Factor. Yeah, we just had to win those 4 games in the second half of the season, huh? Here's Heel Chowders, who we looked at. I think the deep threat out of where? A&M, of course. Superstar as well. Damn, okay, this is the class. Definitely the best one we've seen so far with some good Drev traits. We just gotta hope one of our guys is up there right with them. Before we head into this season, though, I'm gonna trade Ty J. Spears to Buffalo, get ourselves Blake Bain, who's probably gonna be the likely next man up after Okereke is gone. As this time around, we do have enough staff points to go ahead and reveal the 3 hidden devs we got. Let's do Chris Wright, the safety. As our entire DB room is pretty much filled out, let's go ahead and generate best lineup and see what dev trait he is. Star. My God. But okay, though. I mean, come on now. We are a 91 offense, defense, overall team. If we do not make the playoffs this year, I don't really know what to say. And ladies and gents, it's about damn time we have found the right formula. We are currently sitting pretty at 6-1. Ooh, and that boy Northcutt is leading the league currently in passing yards. And I'll be honest with you, I might extend this rebuild a little bit just because we've had such a rough start. I haven't even made the freaking playoffs. Our only loss to the Falcons, 14-16. And is this with Michael Penix? It's with... Okay. Obviously, though, with this being a made-up roster, you can't really fix the rookie contracts and all that stuff. Maybe after the draft is done, I might go around the league and do like everything, put all my dev traits in as well. Holy crap, what are these names? And we are so deep into this now, we're going to start having to give Malik Nabers a new contract. I did do the contracts for like the players we have, of course, the rookies we have. He still doesn't want to join. Sexy Dexy wants an extraordinary amount and for good freaking reason. Oh, man. This could be quite brutal. I'm not sure if we can bring back all 3 of these guys plus more, you know what I mean? It's not like they want to join back. Whatever, though, I don't mind waiting until the end of the season because we're looking kind of good this year, so hopefully that... Although, we do have a breakout DB for Deontay Banks, as this would be to go up to Superstar and we beat the Bucks. But the big question is, did he get it? Doesn't look like it. As we beat the Panthers week 10, all these games are pretty close though, I'm not gonna lie. Jonathan Upshaw is gonna be the first one in case I can't sign any DBs back. Max Armstrong, an awesome looking center. And then I still think we could use linebacker help, especially later on, Tracy Davis out of Virginia. And hallelujah, didn't even think it was possible, but we made the playoffs finally. End up 13-4, still don't even win the division though. As this season, we were on Demon Time number 2 in offensive total yards. What happened to the defense? Wasn't the defense actually not that bad last year? Andru Northcutt, 4,520 yards, 32 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. His best season and our best season by far. Like I said, it's going to help having Breece Hall running behind him with 1,500 yards, 5.5 a carry, 13 touchdowns. Isaiah Bond, 6 touchdowns, 255 yards. Once again, 3,000-yard receivers. But Donnie Griffin, the tight end, gets in here. Weirdly, Devon Nixon has been the odd man out. He is our wide receiver too, but... Harvey Hubbard has been a beast. A back-to-back 1,000-yard season, 7 tuds for him, 8 for Malik Nabers, as they all relatively had around the same yards. Breece Hall at 618 as well, don't overlook that. As I believe he had over 2,000 all-purpose yards, and what a season, and what a trade. That's been the puzzle piece we've been missing, man. 126 tackles for Bobby, Chris Barnes with 110 there, 24 TFLs for Sexy Dexy, 19 for Burns, 18 for Kayvon, 14 for Kobe Turner. The sack numbers look a bit better, 12.5 this time for Brian Burns, 6.5 for Lawrence. Thibodeau has been a little quiet, though, only 5 I would like more output out of him. Chris Barnes, 4 picks, 3 for Banks and Andrew Phillips. But it is about time. Our first wild card appearance. We're up to a 91 squad now. No, it's no easy feat in the first round. The 10-7 Niners, we do have the better record, but we are heading to San Francisco as it seems like they won their division, but we smoke them 40-18. Now we have the 12-5 Atlanta Falcons, who remember barely beat us in the regular season in the first half of it with Caleb Williams. We beat them again though. The hold up. Can we just do it right now? How the heck are the Commanders here? They only went 9-8. Jaden Daniels, I think, is still over there. They're the 7th seed. They ended up beating the 1st-seeded Cowboys. We got a Hood Classic over here with Lamar and Brittany's husband, of course, but I might hop into this one. Okay, I'm pretty excited. Jaden Daniels is still there, but I'm feeling pretty confident in ourselves, to be honest with you, and we're headed to the Big Blue. You know, Jalen Brunson's going crazy right now in the NBA world, but now it's time for Andru Northcutt and the Football City to come back to life here. 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. We respond with another touchdown to take the lead, go down again. It's a 17-7 lead, 24-7, 31-7. This team is finally here. 13-31. It's still not out until 14-point game, almost we score again to ice this game out. We beat the Commanders at home by 21 points. We're headed to the Super Bowl. What in the world? From 0 postseason appearances to making the Super Bowl, that is the type of leap you can only dream of. Breece Hall, I own you my world. Well, okay then. Like I said, I was planning to go maybe another 1 or 2 years to make it back because I didn't think we'd be here already, but I'll probably go one more then to see if we can at least run it back or maybe even go back to back. Hopefully, we got the Chiefs though. And is there a world Andru Northcutt is your league MVP? It goes to Dak as... Our guy didn't even get in here. How? Dude, why was he number 8 for best QB? He was awesome this year, and we were 13-4. Whatever, quit the yapping. At the end of the day, I would rather make the Super Bowl than get any of those awards as Andru Northcutt goes up to Superstar X Factor. I believe Donnie Griffin goes up to Superstar, which is awesome. This Dickinson guy ended up only being just a star. Defensively, anything over here, we could maybe get 1 or 2 or 0 or 1. I think Travarius Ward goes up to Superstar. Both the safeties end up only being star, sadly. Actually, how did Breece Hall not go up to Superstar? He was instrumental in our success. As the Kansas City roster is fairly similar, they got like 5 99s overalls, 2 98s as well on the O-line with Creed and Trey Smith. Nick Bolton still here, and they do still have Xavier Worthy, although seems like he's been more McCall Hardman than Tyreek Hill. However, it looks like Travis Kelce is gone, although they have Chiggy now. But no Travis means no Taylor, and that means no party. They're in 91. We're also 91. It's going to be an even dogfight here in the Super Bowl 5 years down the line. And if I'm not mistaken, Mahomes at this day and age might be looking at ring 5, ring 6, looking at his GOAT debate, looking to continue their dynasty. But you remember the last dynasty? The Patriots? The G-Men kind of owned them in Tom Brady. Let's hope we can do the same here with the Kansas City Chiefs 5 years down the line. End of the first quarter, it's 14-7. It's a high-scoring one as they tie up the ball game here. Middle of the second quarter, no scores yet. The Chiefs take a touchdown lead. We drive down. Don't get any points. I swear we could have at least had a field goal and I would have been pretty satisfied. Tie up the ball game. The Chiefs offense though has been tough to stop so far as the fourth quarter is on its way. 2nd and 7, we're going from inside our own 20. 2nd and 12, 3rd and 4, we convert with a big gain to Devon Nixon. Andru Northcutt to Devon Nixon. It's another big gain to Devon Nixon again. The superstar 6'5" receiver is finding some magic here when we need him in the Super Bowl for Andru Northcutt. Griffin gets a nice little gain as we're now onto the 3. 2nd and goal now, under 8 minutes to go. Just pound the rock 3 times with Breece Hall. I promise you he will not let us down, but that is okay too. As long as we find the end zone, it is Donnie Griffin again, the new superstar tight end, as we tie up the ball game 28-all. We're getting ourselves a good one here. Mahomes back on the field though as the Chiefs drive down 3rd and 12. It's a huge sack by Zach Stallworth. The man I drafted in like round 3, round 4 a few years back, Deontay Banks. What are you doing? Idiotic mistake there. Big 3rd and 1 here. Man, such a momentum shifting play after that sack and all the hype going towards us just for Deontay Banks to get penalized and give up an easy first down. Mahomes is going to sling it into the end zone, but actually puts it off target. 4th and 1 now from the 21. I would assume Andy Reid opts to go for this. They're going to kick the ball. Give Andru Northcutt and our high-powered offense back the ball with a chance to not only tie up the game, but take the lead in the dying minutes of the Super Bowl here. Okay, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? Give us an inch, we'll take a mile. Here we go. Under 4:20 to go. On our own 25. All timeouts are still intact. Andru Northcutt from the gun. Time in the pocket. Maybe not. Low-key, he did though. He just took a long time to get that ball out. Sadly, the route took a long time to just develop. Andru Northcutt. How did you drop that, Nabers? I feel like that was a pretty good throw. I'm not going to lie. 3rd and 10 now. We have not looked good so far. What the hell was that? Quick 3 and out for us now. We got to rely on our defense to stop Patrick Mahomes here in the dying seconds of the game. But we do after a 5-yard sack by Kobe Turner. What just happened? Okay, 5-yard sack again, I guess. All right, under 2 to go. And hopefully this time around, it's a lot better than that previous drive we just watched where we went a quick 3 now. However, we will be having all 4 downs this time around. There is no time to waste. As Donnie Griffin is up to 8 receptions, 77 yards, 2nd and 2. He did step out of bounds as well, which saves us a nice little timeout. Out in the flat is Breece Hall, who loses the ball. Not the end of the world, though, of course. 4 down territory. I wouldn't even hate handing it off to him right here and letting him pick up an easy first down. However, we will take Mr. Devon Nixon as well, 1st and 10. Opt to run hurry up instead of using the timeouts. Don't mind that at all. Under 1:30 to go. Andru Northcutt out of the gun. Finds an open man with a good chunk. It's another first down. It's Harvey Hubbard, the 6'7" man, I believe. We have him, Devon Nixon, 6'5", and then Malik Nabers in the slot, who's that explosive, twitchy athlete. Northcutt. Man, I feel like he's just missing these by the tiny margin. What am I looking at? Man, that would have been a huge shift right there. The under a minute, though. We do still have all 3 timeouts. I wouldn't hate giving the ball to Breece Hall a little bit and letting him cook for a few good yards. Still up to go, hurry up. 40 seconds to go. 3rd and 4. Remember, a field goal is all we need. I would have loved for us to run the ball maybe again there. We went for the home run play, which I don't really like with all the timeouts left, you know. We had time to really try to work something, but we went for it all. It's okay. We can hopefully still tie up the ball game here, 31-31. Hopefully the Chiefs do not drive down in 30 seconds, although I've seen them do it in less time. Come on, defense. I need you guys more than... Okay, looks like they're just going to run out the clock then. Although they do use their first timeout, but Checo gets the ball. Again, there's no way we're going to let... Bro, what are we doing? Just like that, they're in our half. They're in our half. Mahomes. Oh, no. As we're going to ice them here, our final hope, this is about, what, a 48-yard field goal-ish from the 38. Chiefs snap the ball. The kick is up. And the kick is wide. Oh, my God, he missed. He missed. I legit could not tell. Oh, my God, my heart just dropped. Bro, how did we even let them get that opportunity in the first place? All right, we're heading into OT, fresh slate, 0-0. As we do have the choice of the coin toss here, and we win the coin toss. Let's go. Let's kick first. Let's kick first. Okay, giving me PTSD of the Niners Chiefs Super Bowl that we just watched. Oh, no, we have the ball. What? Well, yeah, what am I saying? We obviously clicked to receive, but like I said, it was reminding me of the Niners this year. And giving Mahomes the ball second with him knowing exactly what to do. All right, man, what are we doing? We start off overtime with a -3-yard rush and a 10-yard sack to follow it. Just great. Exactly how we wanted to start. Just get it out, Northcutt. Just get it out. Jesus, man, just give somebody a chance at least. As Kansas City is literally on our 46 already after that punt. All they need is a field goal, and they win this game. We pretty much got to pray for it. A stripped ball now, an interception. 2nd and 1. Yeah, they're just going to hand the ball off to Pacheco now. They're pretty much in range already. Although this is a similar spot to where they were in that game-winning kick. Okay, we're getting another stop. Mahomes now in empty, though. Slings it out to the left side. Breaks a tackle, and Isaiah Pacheco is going to get a walk-off touchdown to get the Chiefs another Super Bowl here in this video. And we go out sad in overtime, honestly. Just terrible. A terrible execution down the line. We just didn't really do anything. Man, that is back-to-back videos now where we just fall shy in the Super Bowl. We are so close. Northcutt played a good game, honestly. He maybe even you could say outplayed Mahomes. However, oddly enough, Breece Hall was the quiet man. Only 3.8 a carry, 46 yards. Pacheco completely outclassed him. Donnie Griffin, who we saw, was awesome. 2 touchdowns for him. Malik Nabers was so dynamic. 162 yards, as well as finding the end zone. All our receivers, all our weapons out wide pretty much cooked. But defensively, only 2 tackle for losses for Brian Burns, only 4 as a team there, as we had 2 sacks, 1 for Stallworth and Kobe Turner, 1 interception there for Deontay Banks, who also had that bad penalty, though. The Chiefs had 3 sacks. They were... Man, they just executed down the line, honestly. That's all it was. And like I said, I usually tend to end these rebuilds off 5 years into it, but because we were so close to glory, because we've been so trash for the previous 4 years, I think we'll run it back one more time. That is, though, if I can re-sign some of our boys here. Malik Nabers at the age of 25 now is up to a 96 overall, where he's going to demand a big bag, and honestly, you can't say it's not worth it. We do have a lot of money, though. Still 73.8 mil in the bank here. Dexter Lawrence is at 99. You know he's going to want a ton, but at the same time, he's one of the best players in the league. We cannot afford to lose him. We cannot afford to lose Brian Burns as well, who I'm going to try to bring back on a big deal. I would probably just tag Dexter Lawrence, then if worst comes to worst. Wow. All right, then. Don't even sweat it, though. I got a plan up my sleeve. Let's go ahead and re-sign some of our other guys, though, like a Deontay Banks, who's back for another 3. Same goes for Tyler Nubin. Blake Bain, the linebacker we just traded for, is going to have an increased row next year. And you know what? We'll bring back Isaiah Bonds as well to be an RB2. And I said I got a plan that is unlock 1 player in re-signing who is not interested. We're going to put that on... I think Brian Burns, which now enables us to give him another contract. I'm going to bump up the money a ton. It doesn't really matter what it is because I'm going to have to, franchise tag Dexter Lawrence anyway, so let's just guarantee we get Brian Burns back, as we are left with 13 mil, and pretty much all of that and more is going to Sexy Dexy. We're going to lose Ward, Andru, Phillips, Chris Barnes, Harvey Hubbard, which kind of sucks as well. He's been actually playing really good as of late. But obviously with little... Oh, we actually do have 12 mil. I can do a little bit. And tell you what we can do is maybe restructure some contracts as well and add some more. Breece Hall will save 2.5 mil. Sure. Kayvon Thibodeau about 4 mil. Sure. Jalen Petrie, 2.5 mil. It all adds up. As we know, got ourselves about 20, or what am I saying? 22 mil here. I just kept on going there. Chris Jones, the man that got that massive sack in overtime. White Taylor, Travarius Ward, of course, Nico Collins. Some good names here that we could definitely add. Joe Alt has full interest. And honestly, we don't have many holes. I think we could just add another corner. I might draft a corner as well, and then we should be good. And I mean, he's the best one here. I guess we just run it back with Travarius Ward as we get him back, as well as add some special teamers. All right, now for the draft, all we really need now is another wide receiver 3, and then I would like some cornerback depth. I believe we scouted somebody, right? This dude who looks unbelievable. And I think the 2 receivers that caught my eye the most is going to be Robert Burnham here out of Auburn and Pat Justice out of Cal. As we'll also put our last one on Jonathan Upshaw just to get it at 100. And we do not have our first round pick. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Oh, I traded that to get Breece Hall, didn't I? Oh my god, this guy's a top 5. I'll make a move up though, don't even worry about it. These dudes look okay. As that corner is number 24 on the big board, I don't know if we got the ammo to move up there. But okay, I like this deal with Arizona. We're going to move up to 35. I'm going to look for receivers. I think that's the more dying need. We already have 3 good corners. Although it always hurts to lose out on a top 5 guy that you scouted. However, these 2 receivers are still available on the board. Pat Justice is a deep threat here. Good ratings, great speed all around. Ran a 4.44. Core attributes look pretty good here. Burnham is a playmaker, 6'1". I think he might... do we need a deep threat or a playmaker more? With Pat Justice, I don't love the D catching, the D short route as well, but I guess he is a deep threat. Burnham's a little more polished. A catching, he has B short route, C medium route, C deep route as well. A to B awareness I like. However, with Devon Nixon already on our team as that big body, I think having 2 guys fly down the sidelines with him and Malik Nabers, Pat Justice is probably going to be my pick here. We need another speed demon. Hopefully, he can add ourselves another dynamic on the team. Ends up only being normal, but hopefully he's like 75-ish overall. Okay, we're going to trade pretty much all our remaining picks as well as some filler players to work out the cap room for this Glenn dude at corner. 82 overall. He's definitely better than any corner I would have drafted at that spot anyway. As that is going to be our last Hail Mary move. Pat Justice is a 73 now. In round 6, the CPU cooked up with Tyquan Givens, but he is only normal. Now, the other receiver, Burnham, right? He's a 74 overall win at 13 to the Lions. Ooh. We made the wrong choice, potentially. I don't know why I didn't go him.
What? What?
Wait, what? Now I'm heartbroken. Bro, what a way to end it. What a way that would have been to end off this video. Drafting a superstar X-Factor receiver in round 2? Oh, I'm finished. I am actually so mad. You don't even know right now. That would have been literally perfect that might have taken us over the edge, honestly. Our team is still great though, so I'm hoping we can just find similar success to what we had last year and hopefully end it off with a bang. Okay, this year a little bit worse than last year. Still here in the wildcard round though, ending off 11-6. This division is just brutal. We'll just skim by everything here. Andrew Northcutt had maybe his best season though. 39 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. That ratio is beautiful. Maybe even an MVP. Breece Hall's number is a little down this year. Everything's just a little worse. Isaiah Bond's 10 tutties though. As Malik Nabers exploded once again. 29 touchdowns combined with him and Donnie Griffin. Devon Nixon Justice, who... I gotta do it. I gotta do it. How'd he do? He didn't even play. He didn't even play. He didn't even get a snap. Oh my god, how wasted. How different things could have been. How different things could have been. A lot of TFL's 5 people there over 10 sack numbers. Brian Burns 8 again. Kayvon with 7.5. Still not great though, you know what I mean? Let's see how we do though. Wildcard round, we have the 87 overall Seattle Seahawks. Who is their QB in this day and age? Don't know him, don't care, because at the end of the day, he's going to be seeing a lot of sexy Dexy, a lot of Brian Burns in his face, in his backfield. 7-0, 14-0 here in Lumen Field. Their quarterback can't do anything, by the way. We are genuinely just clamping him. I think we just turned the ball over there in bad field position, but do take another 2-possession lead here. As we score another touchdown, we are killing the Seahawks. We should be good to advance to the next round. Oh, it's JJ McCarthy. Okay. A nice little quick and easy game, though, you know, hop in, blow them out. But now we have the 14-3 Falcons, a great team. We're headed to ATL. I believe we beat them at this time last year, though, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, hopefully we can run that back, although you got to assume they're playing with vengeance on their mind, revenge on their mind. 7-0 here. Our offense is doing a whole lot of nothing, going down 2 possessions early into this game, 20-0. 23-0, 23-8. We're making a little bit of a comeback here, but they score another touchdown. Our defense cannot get a stop for their lives. However, with 5 minutes to go, we are down 8. into Falcons territory. Now let's hop on, try to will our way to the Super Bowl here and see if we can hopefully end this video off with the Lombardi. Falcons still have full momentum here. The screen is shaking. Things are not looking good. Step up in the pocket. The pressure just got to me there. No panic though, no panic though. Who do they have on this defense, dude? Taylor Barton, a superstar middle linebacker. They have a superstar corner they've drafted as well. Let's just dink and dunk here to Donnie Griffin, the main man in last year's Super Bowl run. Had Donnie on a wheel route there. I was waiting for it to develop. Unluckily for us, it didn't get anywhere. Breece Hall only gets 2 there. Now we really got to find the end zone here. And not just that, we got to convert on the 2-point conversion as well. Dude, pressure again. What is Andrew Thomas doing? Was it Andrew Thomas? No, it was our left guard, dude. I had our man open in the end zone as well in the corner. That is so frustrating. Seriously though, look at this pathetic attempt of a block. He's not even like moving his feet at all. 4th and 8. They want us to kick here, and you know what? I don't hate it. I don't hate it. There is still 4 minutes and 22 seconds to go. We still have timeouts as well, so we just got to rely on our defense here big time. As this is a Falcons roster with no more Kirk Cousins, no Michael Penix, with Caleb Williams out of all people. 1st and 10. Brian Burns, you really could have picked that off. Still a good play, though. But, like, man, an interception right there would have meant the absolute world. Can we get some pressure? Caleb Williams slings out to the right side. We get him down short. It's 3rd and 6. Our defense is coming out to play here. One more stop, and we're going to be in a pretty good position to, if I say so myself. Bijan Robinson out the backfield. We tackle him 2 yards shy of the first down marker, and ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We got our chance to take the lead. And with 3 minutes to go and all 3 timeouts, we can really take our time here on this drive. Give me good blocking. Donnie Griffin. What a tackle, man. I was just trying to remain patient there. They're bringing pressure. And I almost threw a pick. I threw that way too prematurely. 3rd and inches. I'm going to go for the big play just because this is 4-down territory anyway. And if worse comes to worse, we can hand it off to our boy Breece Hall. However, Malik Nabers has exploded for a big first down, a big chunk. 1st and 10. 2 minutes and 30 to go. Do we have our man in the end zone? Do we have our man Pat Justice in the end zone? The rookie? No. That would have been so elite. If he made that play, it would have been well worth taking him over the superstar expert. However, Malik Nabers. I accidentally lobbed that one. He could have took that to the hole. I'm not going to lie. But okay, though. We're kind of rolling. 2-minute warning gone. We're in the Atlanta red zone now. Get some good blocking here. Breece Hall has a gap to go. And it's another first down. I'm going to run out the clock here. I'm confident in us getting in the end zone. Although, of course, the closer you get, the more difficult it is to find the back of the end zone. Pat Justice, the rookie. The rookie finds the end zone, gives us a lead. I think we got to go for 2 as well to make sure we go up 3 points here. So let's not celebrate too quick. But taking the lead here is all I needed. Donnie Griffin, what is that pass? What is that pass, Northcutt? Do not let him run this back. Do not let him run this back. How was that inaccurate that quick, bro? Wow, huge Chowders on this team. Remember him earlier I scouted? Okay, not gonna lie, I actually just pressed X. I was gonna go simulate this, but I guess we'll play one play, and it's gonna be a screen. All right, 2nd and 10 now, though, however. They do still have all timeouts, minute 15 to go. Our defense has been looking real good, though, in the 4th quarter so far. But there is going to be an incompletion out of bounds. Come on, D. Come on, D. 2 more stops. 2 more stops, and we win this game. Get ourselves to another NFC Conference Championship 4th and inches game on the line right here. 4th and inches on their 35. They only need a field goal to take the lead here. So a little scary. Kyle Pitts gets them a first, though. Barely. Their offense hasn't looked too prolific, though. Our defense has been playing them well, playing them tough. Every yard is hard to come by. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we pay the big bucks to Brian Burns. Because when we need him, deep in the playoffs, he gets us a 10-yard sack. Pressure is there again. Ooh, that's not good. How have we let Rondale Moore get that open for that amount of yardage? Picked off by Deontay Banks, who we re-signed, of course. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end. What a grinded out, stressful game, man. Oh my God. But we should be good. We should be good. Victory formation is upon us. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the conference championship. And also, let me know what you guys think of me hopping in. I think I'm still trying to find a healthy balance in between. I think I'll just try to will our way to the Super Bowl if we haven't made it there yet. But come Super Bowl time, I won't hop in. I'll let that all be the CPU. But I want to get there at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Although it is still an all Madden, I don't proclaim to be good at this game at all. So more likely than not, it could come back to bite us, to be honest with you. Here we go. NFC East battle in the conference championship. Dallas versus New York. 7 7, tie ball game. They take the lead at the end of the first half, but we respond with a touchdown of our own. Second half is on its way. We take a touchdown lead. The Cowboys drive down, tie up the ball game in the fourth quarter. We take a touchdown lead again, and the Cowboys have the ball on our 2. Come on now. 2:35 to go. Can we get a stop here? It is 3rd and goal, and Dexter Lawrence tackles Jonathan Brooks in the backfield, who the Cowboys were rumored to like a lot, in 4th and goal with potentially this game and the NFC Conference Championship on the line. The Cowboys are going to go for it all. Dak Prescott drops back, and once again, that is why we pay the big bucks to this D-line. That is why we have kept the likes of a Brian Burns, of a Dexter Lawrence, of a Kayvon Thibodeau all this time, because those are the best players. Those are the most crucial positions, valuable positions that we need. Breece Hall! The 2-minute warning did not help there. But he has given us a first down and one more first. And we are looking quite good. Breece Hall again. Breece Hall again. You gotta say it's looking good now. 2nd and 2. Are we gonna beat Dallas in their home field? One more first down, and we're good. Andrew Northcutt out of the gun. Motions out. Davon Nixon. It's a fake. Breece Hall up the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't even have to hop in for this one. We are back to the Super Bowl. Breece Hall again. He is just running right. Just go down, my man. Just go down, my man, and let's get ourselves in victory formation. We take down Dallas. That is what I'm freaking talking about, and it was a Breece Hall day if I've ever seen it. And if I'm not mistaken, Brian Burns had 2 sacks the last game as well, so he's having the postseason run for the ages. Ooh, in the Super Bowl in 2028 is going to be a New York Derby. Wow. MVP is going to go to Dak. We'll check out real quick. Northcutt number 2, though, and you could say he deserved it more after just beating him. But let's get things going right away. Let's not waste any more time. The Jets are an 85. We're a 92. We, of course, traded with them to acquire Breece Hall, who has just been sensational and has transformed this rebuild around. Hopefully, he can beat his former team. Although I am quite curious to see who's even on their team. Drake May is there. Mac Jones is there. Nor Jordan Travis, it seems. They have some scrub at running back now. Garrett Wilson's still great, of course. Well, very great. He was a 99. Okay, so for the Super Bowl, though, like I said, I won't hop in. I just want to get ourselves here, give us the best chance to win it, but once this time comes around, I'll let the squad we built take over, and hopefully we can come away with a ring at the end of the day. It is 7-0. Our defense is shutting down the Jets offense so far. Drake May has not found any success in the first half. It is 10-0. Offense back on the field. It's 17-0. The Jets still have 0 points now heading into the 4th. I believe they're on our 7, though. There goes their first touchdown of the game. A 10-point lead now for us as we are driving slowly but surely. 2nd and 5. Hassan Reddick gets a big sack. Their new acquisition on a 3rd and 10. Pat Justice. I could have had the X Factor in the 2nd round. We chose this guy instead. And tell you what, remember he scored that jet sweep just a few games back? 25-yard reception, and it's a touchdown for Isaiah Bonds, who we have kept around to the very end of this video, ladies and gentlemen. It is a 17-point lead with 5 minutes to go. In year number 6, I think you can say we have clinched ourselves the Super Bowl, and this rebuild is going to go down as successful, baby. Let's go. And man, it has been a grinded out rebuild. We had so many bad contracts and just players and positions to rebuild and develop as a whole. Andrew Northcutt didn't start off hot as well. There were question marks even in years 4 to 5 whether we could draft another QB potentially. Remember, we were like a top 5 pick. However, at the end of the day, we stayed true. We built around and he came through, although he didn't have the best of games, it looks like. Just 13 for 20, 150 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, which is good. Was it a Breece Hall game? Was it ever? He terrorized his former team, and he is no doubt going to be Super Bowl MVP. But that's why you need yourselves a good running back. I know we could have had DJ Moore, and there were some other great offers on the table when we were looking to make that big trade, but I knew a running back would really change the atmosphere of this video. And look, these 3 guys, we had to keep them around, man. They have been awesome. Brian Burns had 6, 7, 8 sacks in this postseason run. He has been incredible, and that is what I'm freaking talking about, bro. I was scared of this video. For year 4, when we missed the playoffs, I was like, am I cooked? Should I restart and do another team? I don't really know. It was looking bad, but we made the necessary changes, got Breece Hall, made some big moves, hit on some draft picks as well later on, and we end off this video in 2028 with a Lombardi to our names. Shout out to Breece Hall for a monstrous postseason run. As here is going to be the final look of the team 6 years down the line. I guess we got some quick debt heavies with Donnie Griffin going up to X Factor, who has just been sensational for us as a whole defensively. Doesn't look like we got much over here, but this defensive line really came through in the playoffs. And Andrew Northcutt, what a journey, what a ride, what a roller coaster it has been so far, but he is sitting at a 98 overall plus 6 morale there. Superstar X Factor. He is becoming slowly but surely one of the best QBs in the league. And like I said, it was a rough start. It was a rough start. We drafted him pick number 10 in round 1. I do remember that. And it was question marks whether we even went him right away too, as he started off 23-17, 32-13, had an awesome year 2. I mean, he was never bad for us, right? He put up the numbers, but the wins just were never there, and that's what you really look forward to when having a franchise guy, of course. But the last 2 seasons, he was spectacular. One of the front runners for MVPs every year, and led us to a deep playoff run both times. However, probably the MVP, the man that changed this video around, Breece Hall. We made a big trade for trading 2 first-round picks for him. Isaiah Bonds, we drafted 2. He's actually developed into a really good running back. I may have been able to even do it with him, but I wasn't going to take any chances. I wanted our team to be real good, you know what I'm saying? I wanted it to be over the top. But also, how elite was Malik Nabers for us today, up to a 99 now, X Factor at just 26 years old. This is every Giants fan's dream down in the future, and he put up the numbers to match it as well. The first 2 seasons actually were quite odd. I don't know why he wasn't putting up numbers. He was in the slot every single year as well, but the last 4 years, over 1,000 yards, about 9, 10, 14 touchdowns here. Malik Nabers definitely has lived up to being the number 6 overall pick. And a big shout out to Pat Justice, the rookie receiver who we chose in round 2, ahead of the X Factor guy that I also had on my draft board, but he came through in the playoffs, had some great plays, scored a few touchdowns as well. So shout out to him. Shout out to Harvey Hubbard, the 6'7" receiver we had as well, who had some good years. Devon Nixon never really put up the craziest of numbers, but is up to a 93 now, which is cool. Donnie Griffin, we know, is a 91 X Factor. He was pretty awesome and replaced Darren Waller flawlessly, as you could say. Andrew Thomas, Evan Neal, we actually kept out, and he's developed into a starter now, a starter role, which I think you'll take at this day and age, you know what I mean? Fenton and Dickinson, we drafted Connor Williams, we brought in. The O-line was actually pretty damn good. As for the defense, Kayvon and Brian Burns never put up the craziest of numbers for to match their contract, the money they're getting paid. However, in the postseason, we saw their impact on the team. Sexy Dexy, same story for him, but we know how good he is without the numbers too. Charvarius Ward, we had it for a pretty good chunk of this video. Glenn, we traded for. Deontay Banks had that interception on Caleb Williams. We kept him around. He's developed into a pretty standout CB2 now at an 89 overall. Shout out to Barb Hargrove, who I drafted a few years back as well. Safeties, we were deep with Nubin, who's developed now to an 88. Deshaun Jackson there, Chris Wright, Jalen Petrie. Linebacker room was never really great. I never really hit on anybody crazy, but we had Williams and Jordan, who I guess were cool. And Okereke, we've kept all this time around as well. But ladies and gents, as usual, if you made it to this point, I appreciate you watching a lot. This may be a little longer one, although what's even really long on my channel nowadays? I don't really know. It was successful. We did end off with the Lombardi. Made 2 Super Bowl appearances. However, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs dynasty was just a little too much for us to handle. But in the second time around, we faced the Jets, and we own the freaking Jets. New York is our city, baby. We came away with the Lombardi. Of course, if you enjoyed, leave a like on the video, comment down below what team you would like me to rebuild up next. Definitely got a few teams in mind. Definitely still got some challenges that I would like to do as well. We're gonna go off in the next months for sure. We're gonna be grinding. The videos are gonna be coming out, so make sure to stay tuned. Keep the noties on as well to make sure you keep updated with the posts. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and that'll be the end of me. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. See you.